Hello everyone, today we're going to learn one of the oldest and most magical ballet stories in the world. The story of La Sylphide, not to be confused with Les Sylphides. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a young Scotsman named James, and James is just about to marry his fiancée, Effie. It's the morning of the wedding, and James, dozing by the fire, is suddenly awoken when a magical Sylphide appears. A Sylphide is a sylph. It's like a fairy or a wood sprite, this flying magical creature. The Sylphide wakes him up with a soft, airy kiss and dances for him, and then she vanishes. Wedding guests are arriving, and even as James greets Effie, his fiancée, and their friends and family, he can't stop thinking about the mysterious Sylphide. James has a cousin, Gurn, who also loves Effie and sees James as a rival. During the wedding preparations, an old fortune teller named Madge arrives and tries to warm herself by the fire. But James cruelly tells her to leave, but Gurn kindly offers her a drink. Madge reads Effie's palm and makes a chilling prediction. She says that Effie will not marry James, but will instead marry Gurn. Later, James is alone when the Sylphide appears at the window again, inviting him to follow her into the forest. But Gurn notices that James is acting strangely and hurries to bring witnesses to see what he is seeing. The wedding celebration begins with a lively Scottish dance called a reel. But the Sylphide floats across the room, invisible to everyone but James. He abandons his dance partner to follow her, but she disappears. And just as the wedding ceremony is about to start, James holds the ring, but the Sylphide suddenly swoops in and snatches it. He chases her into the forest, leaving his fiancée, Effie, alone. And when Effie turns to him to toast, he is gone, and she collapses in tears while Gurn organizes a search party to go and find James. In the forest, Madge and her strange, frightening helpers are brewing a poisonous potion in a scarf, hoping to trap the Sylphide and take revenge on James. Because remember, he was unkind to her when she wanted to warm herself by the fire. The next morning, the forest glen is peaceful and beautiful. Sylphides appear and dance before vanishing. And James's Sylphide reappears for James, showing him her home, offering him wild strawberries and cool spring water, and even floating up to show him a bird's nest. But when James tries to hold her, she slips away again. Soon, Gurn and the wedding guests arrive. Following advice that Madge gave him, Gurn hides James's jacket and tells Effie that James has been lost forever. Effie reluctantly accepts Gurn's proposal, and the search for him ends. James, heartbroken because he misses his Sylphide, returns to the glen, and Madge approaches him with the magic scarf, saying it will allow him to keep the Sylphide close forever. When the Sylphide reappears, James tosses the scarf to her and says that she can keep it if she will promise to stay with him for all of time. She playfully agrees and wraps herself in the scarf, but remember, the scarf has been poisoned and her wings fall gently to the ground. James tries to comfort her, but it is too late. The Sylphide dies in the arms of her sisters, who carry her up above the treetops. In the distance, Effie and the wedding procession passes. James falls to the ground unconscious, and Madge is left alone, triumphant. And that, my friends, is the tragic, magical story of one of the oldest full-length ballets still performed today. Would you like to see the whole ballet? You can subscribe to Marquee TV. It's my favorite art streaming service, and at the time of this recording, they have a back-to-school special that's 50% off for students and educators. You can find the link in the profile. And for more podcasts, articles, and reviews, you can join me on the Dance Lens Substack.